and again. When you guys come back, I'll do Lover's Game. You know, I'm really, really just having an extremely difficult time just trying to figure out what to do with my life. I can't figure it out. I don't know what happened in my life. I don't know why I was in a way I feel like I'm being tortured by God. That's how I feel. I know a lot of people get upset at that when I say that, but I feel like I'm being tortured here. To lose your wife, to lose your mom in a period of 2 weeks, it's like my entire support system got wiped out. Now, I lose my monthly income because I was my wife's caretaker and my mom was helping us out. She was living with us. It's like, it's too much. Like 7,000 a month. Then in addition to that, I have no support system. I say I'm dealing with so much stress and I'm trying to like stay positive. I'm like, okay, I got to be here for my kids. My kids need me. I got to be strong for my kids. And that's what I'm just trying to do. But it's very difficult. It's really, really difficult. That's why I'm asking people if they find it in their hearts to eventually try to help us out with a nice Cash App here. It has the Cash App. It is the $ Richard Lavoie as my Cash App for entertainment tips. I'm a piano player. If you could help me out with some entertainment tips, I will do some videos for you. Okay, what I do is I upload a video. I call it the thank you song, just a thank you. It's a little token of gratitude. It's the $ Richard Lavoie, capital RICHARDLEVOI. No space, no underscore in between my first and last name. I don't know. I regret the whole thing with my wife. I can't even regret bringing her to even to the hospital. I don't know. It's just the whole thing got screwed up. I know they tried. I guess they tried to help her. She needed a lot of oxygen. My kids keep telling me you did the right thing. You did everything right. I guess it's all part of maybe the grieving process that you keep feeling like you could have did something better. I don't know. I can't believe I lost her forever. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it's real. I can't believe my mom passed away after that in 2 weeks. I feel like I'm being tortured by God. I just can't, this can't be my real life. This can't effing be real. It's like, and then on top of that, you get all these people that come into my life that then slam the door in my face. Like that's another thing that I can't believe. It's like you would just think like, all right, people will say this guy is hurting. This guy's dealing with a lot. Let me be there for him. Let me help him. And in a lot of cases they do, but then I don't know, they get tired of it. I don't know what happens. Then they tell me to go F myself, basically. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand why people are mean to me. I don't understand this life I'm living. It's just, I think I need a whole team of therapists. Look, man, I don't want to talk about negative things. Jennifer was on a ventilator, but I don't want to talk about negative things. Better mail. Look, this is what I want to talk about with Jennifer. Please, can you just delete that comment, man? I don't want to look at it. Please, I don't want to, because I don't. The last thing I want to do, better mail, is this. Listen to me. I don't want to boot you off because I like you. You're a person that comes to the live streams a lot, but you're asking. Thank you, thank you. Don't ask such a negative question. Okay. The question that you should be asking is this. The question that you should be asking is, how is Jennifer a few days before all of this stuff took place? How is Jennifer 10 years before all of this stuff took place? She never showed signs of a person that was going to pass away from cancer. She was as strong as an Italian Scottish, okay, tank. That's how strong she was, okay? So I don't care what, I know what people are trying to do with this stuff is that they're trying to, like, I get it. I know what you're trying to do, make sense out of it, right? It doesn't make any sense. It happened so quick. It happened so fast. All right, even if you make sense out of my wife, can you make sense out of my mother? She comes home within a couple of days and she passes away too in 10 minutes. Look, there's some weird stuff. It's just weird. Okay, can you make sense out of this? Can you make sense that every single person that comes into my life, and I'm talking about people who really, really like care about us, like this one particular person I call my sister. I'll just call it that. Now that she doesn't want to talk to me anymore. It's like, it's just, I don't know. It's just, this whole thing seems like torture to me. It really, really does. It seems torturous. And I don't know why. I don't know if this is all part of one elaborate plot against me. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I think I need a lot of therapists and to talk to the priest. I'm not mentioning any names, better mail. I'm not mentioning any names. But here's what I will mention. a song called Lover's Game that I'm going to do for my wife. Thank you so much, Amanda. I'll pin that comment. You always know how I feel inside, even if I don't say a word. Your sarcastic smile, thank you, laughing eyes, acting so absurd. When I'm mad, you know I try to hide it all from you, but I can't. You always see right through. This is how we play our lover's game. Do a little short version of it. Amanda Burnside was really cool, and she posted the Cash App. If anybody would really strongly consider helping us out, man, we'd appreciate it. A small Cash App, any amount. I would actually, like Amanda, if you would consider to do a small one, I would record that song for you on a short video, and I would dedicate it to you. So anyway, something to think about. You know, I just can't. I've never in my life, I've been living for 47. Hold on a second. Better Mail. I just don't want to mention names. That's all. It's listen, I don't want to mention names. But here's what I will say. People are trying to hurt me, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I feel this way. People got to know I'm going through tough times. This is the key here, and what they're doing is only has one effect. When you're blocking people, when you're doing all this stuff, you're blocking people. The effect is to hurt you. Think about, why does a person block you? What is the main reason besides the obvious that they don't want to talk to you? It's got to be also that they want to hurt you. You know what I mean? That's, they're not doing it to be kind. Let's be honest with each other. They're not doing it to be nice people, right? They're doing it to hurt you. And I just feel it's kind of sadistic in a way. I'm sorry to say it, but for a person to do that to a person who's dealing with so much, I'm dealing with, like, there's got to be a better way to handle it, right? There's got to be a better way, in my opinion. Like here's a way to handle it. Especially a person that's been talking to you every single day for 2 months. Think about this. A person that's on the phone with you for like 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day, every single day for 2 months straight. You're telling me there's not a better way to handle it? You're telling me that you can't find any better way to handle it? I think so. I can't be sure, but I think they blocked. Well, let's just put it this way: there's no response. The voicemail seems like they're going into the goes right into the message. That's normally a sign of someone being blocked. Anyway, what are you gonna do? It's just that I'm saying that I just feel that how does a person who speaks to you every single day, let's think about this. They speak to you every single day for like 2 months straight, 2 hours, 3 hours a day. I shit you not. I'm telling you the truth, okay? Knowing your situation, knowing you lost your wife, knowing you lost your mom, knowing you lost your monthly income, knowing that you're like a mess, okay? Decides to block you. Now, why did it get to that level? Well, because this person who decided to do this, I guess, got their feelings hurt. That I might have raised my voice. I might have been a little disrespectful. Listen, I admit to you, no cursing was involved, but I might have been disrespectful. Yeah. I apologized for it. Okay. I sent a message saying I'm very sorry. I mean, but at the same time, you would think this person would have enough common sense to say, well, maybe it's because he's under a lot of stress, right? The guy's dealing with a lot. Maybe I should give him a pass. But I noticed that in this world, nobody wants to give you a pass. Nobody wants to give you a pass. Everybody wants to take things personal, and they want to hold you liable for the rest of your life. Now, all of this is happening when I'm dealing with the loss of my wife and my mom. Listen, man, I can't tell you. See, this is what happens. You know what happens to me? when I deal with people like this, you know what happens? And I think this is what's making me hurt even more, is that I go back in my mind, right, I'm probably being blocked. Okay. Um, but the thing is this, okay? If if these people know what I'm going through, which I think they do, because they're only on the phone with me for about what, 2, 3 hours a day talking about it for about 2 months. I think they know what I'm going through. Then the question you have to ask yourself, are they trying to drive me crazy? Are they trying to make me get even more hurt, more sick, more messed up? Like, what are they trying to do? Right. So I just feel there's a better way to handle it, right? That's just my opinion, but they don't want to handle it a better way. Why can't they just talk to you like reasonable people? Just be like, look, I don't like the way you spoke. All right, David, no one's going to take being yelled at, and I'm not going to take you. Take care. Bye bye, David. Anyway, he doesn't even understand anything, the guy. I hate it when people have opinions, they don't even understand anything. Uh, 18, that's my wife's number. Look, see you, David. No, this was not during the live stream. This was during the call. So, look, again, I'm going to reiterate to everybody. This is a person who was talking to me every single day of my life since my wife passed away, since my mom passed away, for like 2 months. This is a person who's been talking to me about 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day on the phone. So this is not just a regular person. This is not just somebody that I'm picking out of a freaking rabbit hat here. You know what I mean? This is somebody who is really, really becoming a very strong, impacting person in my life, and to a certain degree, even my kids' life. In other words, this is someone who really seemed like they cared. Now, granted, yeah, I raised my voice. It was regarding a favor I was asking, and I wasn't getting the answers that I kind of wanted to get. I regretted it because I'm just under a lot of stress. What can I tell you? Not to mention, we had these wildfires in Jersey recently, which had to do with it. What's up, rookie? Had to do with a lot of these wildfires. So, long story short, it's I feel like this person is trying to hurt me more. That's what I feel. I feel like I hate to say it because how else could I not think that way? Me, loved ones are in heaven where pain and death will never touch them again. Okay, but I'm on earth. See, look, I think you get like mixed up with what I'm actually upset about. I think my wife is in paradise. I think my mom is in paradise. I think they have no more pain. I think that they're very happy. I think that my wife is with her beautiful mother, Linda. I think she's with her grandma, Rose. She's with our Shih Tzus, Rocky and Yogi, her childhood rabbit, Willie, her childhood dog, Scamp. She's probably very happy, me. Okay, and so is my mom. She's with her beautiful mother, Anna, and her father, Joe, my grandparents. And they're probably in paradise with God, pain free. The problem is I'm the one that's left on earth, me. You understand? I'm the one left on earth suffering. I'm suffering, me. Okay, do you understand? That's what the problem is here. It's not them. They're okay. I'm not okay. And my kids are not. I don't get why people are so selfish either. It wasn't a big favor. It's just something to do. Look, I don't want to get into it. It's just something to do with someone that was supposed to call my daughter. That's it, okay? That's it. Regarding the wildfires, my daughter was very nervous and she wanted to talk to a specific person. That's it. This person had a contact with them. They had like a connection. That's it. So like in other words, the favor was to give that person a call, find out what's going on. How come you're not speaking to my daughter? That's it. They didn't want to do it to say I wanted them to do the favor like it was like Saturday at the time when we spoke. So I wanted to do it Saturday or today, Sunday. They didn't want to do it. They're like, oh, I'll do it on Monday. And I was like, Monday's not good because then this person's going to be working long hours. They're not going to get back. So I said something like kind of like I yelled. I was like, don't give me this BS, or I yelled. Nothing bad, you know. But that resulted in this person hanging up on me. And that resulted in this person now blocking me. Now, the thing is, again, typically I wouldn't care, okay, if someone blocks me, okay? It's not the first time I've been blocked. I've been blocked a lot. I'm what's called the blocker. That's what they call me. I'm like the heavyweight champion of the world of this stuff. I've been blocked. Uh, I don't mind being blocked. Who cares? If it's a person you don't care about, you don't really care, right? But see, the thing is, occasionally people who block you are actually important people, are people that you do care about. That's when it becomes a problem. That's when it becomes a problem. Yeah. And I'm not really good with being blocked. I admit the truth to you. See, something is happening to me. I think it's all part of the heartbreak. It's all part of the heartbreak is that I've lost so much of my life that when someone blocks me, I'm talking about someone I care about who blocks me, I don't want to lose anymore. You know what I mean? I start going crazy. I'll text the person like 10, 15 times, I'll call them because it's very simple. People have said I've lost too much. That's what's happening to me. That's why I hate being blocked. I'm talking about for people I care about. If I don't care about you, it doesn't matter. But if I care about you, that's different. And, I just hate being blocked. I hate it. I really do, especially during a time like this where I need someone the most. Like, again, this person was helping me every single day. This person was talking to me every day for 2 months straight. Do you understand how much help that is? Yeah, that's a lot of help. That is a lot of help. And now they're like, bye bye, I don't want to talk to you anymore. So it's just, I don't know. I'm just not happy with my life right now, if you want me all to tell you the truth. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm facing an extremely difficult time where, I mean, I don't think anybody can deal with what I'm dealing with, if you want me to tell you the truth. What I'm dealing with is way too intense. What kind of a question is this that this guy me is asking me? I don't even understand what you're asking me, man. I think I'm trying to understand what you're asking me, and it makes no sense. What sacrifice? What are you talking about? Because I'm suffering, that's a sacrifice? What are you talking about? I'm not following you, brother. I don't understand. That's the weirdest question that I've ever heard in my life. I don't know. Yeah, I wish you would just keep it like positive, man. Look, the suffering is because that I really need my wife. This is the big thing. Of course, I love my mother. Don't get me wrong. I need my mama too. But my wife is like, she was the rock of this family. Like I said, if my mother passed away, God forbid, and my wife was alive, I think my wife could have gave me the tools that I would need to get past it, like to cope with it. I cry every night over my mom. But I think that if my wife was here, I think she could have gave me the tools, like she could have gave me all her love, all her affection, and I would have been able to cope with my mom passing away. But the fact is now that the two of them passed away, basically simultaneously, like right next to each other, like within 2 weeks, um, it's too much. It's just too much. Tired. So, yep, getting a little tired again. I just don't get it. I don't understand like a lot of things that are happening now in my life. It's not just one thing, it's a lot. The biggest thing I don't understand is why my mom and my wife passed away. I don't get that. That's a question I have for God. That's a God question. I don't understand why they passed away. It's not going to be the longest live here. You're funny, Wild West. I don't know how to deal with this situation. I don't know how to do it, Amanda. I used to be, like, I'll tell you a story. When my wife was, fighting cancer for 10 years, I would always make sure that she would get to the hospital and she would get all the treatments, everything she needed. And I would keep everything in the house going. Meaning I take care of the dogs, I take care of the kids, I take care of my mom. Thank you, Amanda. I would do everything. You follow me, to keep the ship afloat, to keep the ship sailing. And then I would pick her up when she was ready, and she would be okay. She would fully recovered. So this has been the first time now, as you can imagine, where she's not coming back home. It's a little tough, Wild West, but I appreciate that. So that's the thing. In this particular situation, my wife's not coming home, and there's nothing I can do about it. And my mom is not going to be coming home either. There's nothing I can do about it. That's why people say, "Gotta just accept it." Accept it. Sleepy. I go in and out sometimes because I don't really sleep that well. I apologize to all of you. I go in and out sometimes. Better male. Either God is intending all this to happen because He cares about us, or He's a malicious being that's having fun messing with our lives. I hope to understand it one day. Yep, it's a very, very good question. So me says let's see what me says. I do have kids, two kids, Michael, who's 14, Sophia, who's 11. The point is, when loved ones pass away and basically are all go to heaven, their loved ones who care about them here on earth continue to suffer. Hmm. So if anybody out there could be really cool, we're asking very nicely if anybody could possibly do a cash app. Okay, it's if you look at Amanda Burnside's comment that's pinned on this page, it's right below. All you have to do is click on that, and you're going to see the cash app, which is the $ Richard Lavoy. It is the $ capital RICHARD capital LEV as in Victor OI. Thank you, Amanda, again. So the real goal here is to find people who really find the Apefather entertaining, who love my channel. Um, Actually, Bonnie, it's the complete opposite. It's actually harder on me. The kids have been handling this like really well. I don't know why, but they have been. The kids are handling it. They're my rock. This has been hard on me, man. Really, really hard on me. My kids are super strong. They're resilient and they're super, super strong. Nah, they're not hiding it. I speak to them. They're strong. Where do you see yourself 1 year from now? Will you continue to grieve and suffer, or will you move forward with your life? What's up, Gia? Um, I don't know, and that's the truth. I don't. I'll tell you the truth, me. If you really want me to level with you, I'm not happy with this life. It is not the life that I wanted. I'm forced. I'm. I kind of feel I don't think I'll ever be happy again. If you really want me to like level with you, I just feel like it's all for the kids now. That's it. Like I'm immaterial. You get to the point where you just say to yourself, sorry. You get to the point where you say to yourself, what truly matters? And what truly matters to me is the kids. That's it. If this is God's plan for me to be miserable the rest of my life and to suffer, I don't know, I guess so be it. I don't want that. Who would have ever thought that this life would have been real? That's not going to happen, better male. I'm just tired. um, I appreciate you worried about me, but you know what it is, better male. It's just I got to ask you, like, better male, to erase that comment because it's a very negative comment, man. You guys got to stop being so negative, man. Just please erase that. It's a very negative comment. Wild West, what God's plan should have been was for me to be a great father and a grandfather alongside my wife, to be a great, grandmother. That should have been God's plan. I disagree with God's plan. Okay, that should have been God's plan. This sucks. Okay, without Jennifer. How's everybody doing? Better male. What part of like right? What part of like negative talk and positive talk? You understand what negative and positive means? Look, even if you are concerned, Look, even if you are concerned, that's not something you want to say to somebody. You understand? You don't want to say that to somebody. That, like, even if you are concerned, legitimately, that's the last thing you want to say to somebody. What you want to actually say to somebody who you feel is very depressed is something uplifting. See, this is what the problem is that, yeah, but hating my life doesn't mean it just, what does it mean? It means that I lost my wife. It means that I lost my mother. It means that I lost my monthly income. Would you love your life? That's the thing. It's just a tough life. It's tough to love your life when you're going through all this stuff that I'm going through. But Bonnie, there's a fairness. Oh my God. Everybody keeps doing this. We all know that at some point we pass away. But there's supposed to be a fairness to it. That's it. There has to be a fairness, in my opinion. Like, example, ready? My mom, I felt it was fair. You want me to tell you the truth? She was 75. Granted, her mother lived to 97. Okay. Now, would it have been nice, Bonnie, if my mom would have lived to 97? Sure. That would have been great. Okay. But still, she lived long enough to see me grow up, and she lived long enough to see the grandkids grow up. So that's, to me, that's fair. Like, I'm not happy my mother passed away, Bonnie. I love my mother. I'm not happy about it at all, Bonnie. You understand? But there's a certain fairness, excuse me. I said fairness. I'm losing my mind. There's a certain fairness. My wife, there was no fairness. My wife was 46. That's not fair. That's terrible. And again, I don't even know how it even happened. It happened so fast. All of this happened so fast that I don't even know how it happened. I don't get how it happened. And you know what it is? It's like, I know I have to eventually probably let go of my wife, but I can't. I love her so much. How do you let go of someone that you love so much? Now, I know there's two things you're going to say to me, right? You're going to say you keep her with you, and I will. You always keep her with you, but you have to at some point kind of move on. And the thing is that, how do you do that when someone was your soulmate? How do you do that when someone was your everything? Jennifer was my soulmate. That's what God doesn't understand. You know what God doesn't understand? That was my soulmate. She was my partner in my life. Look, Bonnie, again, all right, Bonnie, I'm going to try to explain this to you in little to no words. Are you ready? So that you're going to understand. Listen to me. And I'm going to explain this to me, okay? Even if I eventually meet somebody in my life, it still doesn't take away the fact that what happened to my wife, Jennifer, was not fair, okay? And I can't, as a human being, as a husband, okay, just being a human being even, okay, I can't accept it. I can't accept it. This was the mother of our children. She was too important. She was too important to pass away at 46. Okay, that's it. She was too important. No, you probably have an older number. Bonnie, listen to me. I understand what you're trying to do here, but you're all over the place. You're all over the place. One minute you're telling me that, like, life is this grain to sand and all this stuff, and then you're saying to be strong for the kids. You're all over the place. See, all right. Here's what positive. We're gonna do. Let's do a lesson of positivity. Okay, let's do a let. Can we do it? We're gonna do a lesson of positivity versus negativity. What would be positive? Here's positive. Hey, Father, you know, think about the wonderful times you did spend with her. There you go. That's a positive comment. Hey, Father, think about the two beautiful children that you have, or just positive stuff. Anything positive. But you guys are so negative. It's like, I get more depressed listening to you than anything else. Guys got to be positive. Look, what can I tell you guys? I'm sad. But you know what's funny about all of you people? I'll make you all laugh, right? Oh, was that you? Yes, Dave, was that you? Thank you. See, I got confused. I saw, see, so now here's an example. Here's an example. It wasn't that guy better, better mail. See, better mail said that he sent the $10. It's Dave. Dave, thank you, Dave. God bless. Dave, there was a mix-up because there was this guy, Better Mail, who's telling me he sent the Cash App, and I thought it was him. Thank you so much, brother. I owe you a video. I'm gonna do it for you a little later on. God bless you, Dave. Thank you so much. That was very nice of you, man. And like I said, if anybody can follow in Dave's footsteps here, the Cash App, you'll see it below with Amanda Bernstein is Richard Lavoie, the Cash App. Thank you again, Dave. You moved from Harrisburg, then you moved here from Brick. Where do you, I don't understand. Are you in Brick now, or are you in somewhere else? Where are you now, Dave's? You're in Harrisburg. Okay, beautiful. Well, thank you again, Dave. That was really kind of you. God bless you, man. No, no, I know. Look, Bonnie, Jill. Look, I'm just hurting. I'm just hurting. And you know what it is? I can't handle what I'm dealing with. You want me all to tell you the truth? I can't handle that my wife passed away. I just can't. I've been living in denial with it. I can't handle it. This is not the life I wanted. This is not the life I wanted. It's the truth. I'm not trying to get people scared. It's just, uh, I wanted a life that consisted of me, my wife, and my kids. That was the life that I wanted. That was the life I wanted. Me, my wife, and my two kids. My mother, I love her. I'm going to say this again. See, Better Mail, you lied to me, man. You said you sent me a Cash App. It's this guy, Dave. Better Mail, I'm starting to think you're a fake mother effer, man. I'm starting to think that this guy, Better Mail, is fake. He's fake. He's like, guy's lying to me, man. Blatantly lying to me. Terrible. But anyway. I mean, you didn't have to technically erase him, Gia. I mean, unless someone is, what's up, John? Listen, me, of course I'm depressed. Wouldn't you? Can I ask you an honest question between me and you, me? Me, if you lost your mom and you lost your wife in 2 weeks, how would you feel? Tell me the truth. Me, how would you feel? In a period of 2 weeks, if you lost your soulmate, ready, your wife, and your mother, how would you feel? Let's see if he answers the question. Would you feel good? How would you feel, me? Of course I'm depressed. Me, why are you so negative for? Like, what is it about you? I'm gonna call you me, the negative mother effer. You are a negative guy. Me, I'll tell you what, if you're so concerned about me, you're really concerned, right? You're concerned? Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's make a little deal. Okay? Here. Give me a Cash App, the $sign Richard Lavoie, and I will go see therapy and I'm gonna report it back to you. Is fair enough? Is that fair enough? Me. Do a Cash App right now. And after you do the Cash App, I'm gonna book a session. I'm gonna book a session to speak to someone regarding therapy. Is that fair enough? I mean, you care about me, right? You're worried about me, right? This is the Cash App. $, capital R, Richard, RICHARD, capital LEVOI. Is that fair enough, me? Now all of a sudden, me's not gonna care anymore now. No more therapy. He's gonna say, no, no, forget. He's gonna say, Rich, forget everything I just said. Forget everything I just said. I'm just saying it's one of two things with this guy, me. It's either he cares or he doesn't care. Now, if he cares, no, you're the fake. You're not the real boss lady. You're not the real. This is the fake boss lady. This is not the real boss lady. David, what is this? What is this dollar sign? Please send cash. I don't understand what that means. I think this guy is fake. This guy, Dave. He's not real. At first, I thought he was real, but now I'm thinking he's fake. He's a hater. He's a hater. Where's my phone here? But anyway, guys, it's true. We can't be blocking everybody because we gotta give them a little bit of a chance. But anyway, hey, let me call you guys back with another live stream. I gotta take this here. I'll be back in a little bit.